have come and gone since that day. How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called.
Oh, that opening is way too epic for how tired I am. But it is pretty. Tiny paws. Oh, that's right. I was playing around as a sage. That'll come back to bite me in the ass. Ooh, pretty artwork for Nova Grant. The Crystarium, whatever it's called. Alright, let's go do my daily gambling. Hello? Gold saucer. Oh, come on. Nice. Well, at least we got one. Alright, let's go see what gate is up. Ooh. Alright, we'll do some leap of faith while people are coming in. Oh, come on. Oh, it's not till 3 o'clock? Oh, fuck that noise. Screw that noise. No. I was gonna say, shouldn't be happening until now. Onward with the story. I'm enjoying Sage, although I'm scared to actually play with it. Alphino. Ah, it is good to be back amongst friends. In such company, I can finally turn my thoughts to the future. But ere we discuss all we have learned and begin planning our next step, I think it best that you visit Alizé. Her familiarity with Areng will no doubt provide us invaluable insight, and besides, I know she is eager to see you as I was. Bring a smile to her face, Bani. You're not going to come with me, Alphino? She's your goddamn sister. Hey, Ziller. Ready to depart for Areng, Alizé will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She, impressed upon me how regrettably the timing of her summoning was, repeatedly. Are you first? You're the first one to talk, Ziller. It says there's 4 people here, but I have no idea how accurate that is. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Cassard, the master of a merchant caravan. There are a few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Amaro launch, and he will see that you reach your destination. The Amaro launch. Boop. Hey, Sine. Lurk away. There are more people in heaven and earth. The Amaro launch. I'm good with working today. I'm so fucking tired, man. I've been tired all day. And I got sleep. Clearly not enough. If you've come looking for work, I might have a spot for another guard. Oh, hold on. I got a letter for you that I'm handing to your dick. Excuse me. Did not mean to do that. Oh, a friend of the Exarch, hoping to meet someone in Amarang, are you? Then I shall be your guide. I was about to set off for our outpost there, as a matter of fact, so you can leave right away, assuming you have everything you need. I'm good to go. Yeah, I can't wear this. I don't wear the CPAP. I know it's terrible, and I waited forever for it, but I can't sleep in it at all. And my apnea is only getting worse. It's so bad that I can't even lay on when I'm awake and I lay on my back, I can't breathe. That's how bad it's gotten. I have to lay on my side to keep my throat from closing, basically. All set, then off to the unforgiving sands we go. You can now travel to Amarang, speak with the Adroy Amaro Tamer to fly to the desert. I totally nailed all those words.
Arang. From this parched earth, the nation of Nabath, Arang once rose. When I journeyed here, long ago, I spoke with a sun-weathered elder. He told me Amarang meant majestic land in the language of his people. And so it might still be, were it not for the lights, unrelenting.
Yeah, I hope it works out for you, Sine. They gave me a full face mask, but I also already had a nose mask. I can't even do the nose mask, man. I guess I'm just too light of a sleeper. I can just sense it on my face, and it keeps me awake. And every time if I even get to the point where I start to drift off, I instantly wake up. I'm just a big baby. I need to work harder at it, I guess. Oof, no matter how many times I come here, the heat never fails to catch me off guard. Don't be surprised when the temperature drops at night, though the sky is still bright, of course, but it gets brisk enough to make you shiver. Now, the Exarch's letter said I was to take you to the inn at Journey's Head, which is where this Alizé friend of yours is staying, but that's a fair old distance, so I propose we make a stop in Mord Sok to break up the trek, allowing me to attend to some business, and you to enjoy the local hospitality. Sounds good? Good. All right, you lot, I'm off, and I'd better not see the goods covered in sand when I get back. Right, we head southwest, straight as an arrow. Bani doesn't do straight. But he does ride his motorcycle. Southwest. They got armadillos here. Oh my god, I thought this cactus was a plant. Like a for reals plant. Oh my god, that's so cool looking. No! I forgot I'm really low level now, so I'm gonna get attacked by stuff. I could switch back to Astrologian, but this is fun. This is fine. This is what it's really like to play a new expansion in this game. Oh, I don't want to dance with nobody. I don't want your cheeks on my body. That was good. That was a good video. It was my essence distilled into song. I want to be in bed by 10:30. You coming for me, cactus butt? I admit it, you wrote the lyrics. I wish I was that talented. I'm here, Cassard. Stop here a moment. This is your first visit to Amarang, is it not? Before you cross the River of Sand, you need to turn around and feast your eyes on that. Ooh, what am I feasting my eyes on? It's very pretty. This crooked building is very pretty. They built them big, didn't they? That's Xar Shal, a fortress meant to protect the northern reaches of Nabath Arang. Seeing what was left behind, I believe when they say that is what once was of Novaran's mightiest nations. At least until the flood came along, great chunks of Nabath Arang's lands were lost to the light, its great city included. The few who survived didn't see much point in staying, most of them anyways. No, not many chose to come here these days, not with everything in ruins. Even that hulking great fortress has become little more than a Amaro roost for me and my caravan. But no, not everywhere is as deserted as this place. Just wait until you see Mord Sok. Let's press on, shall we? Oh, you gotta go to bed, Ziller? That's good. Be a responsible adult. Disult. Yes. Delicious desults. Here we are, Mord Sok. By the blessed Strato, I love this town. Mord Sok, not just full of Mord, but Humes and all manner of others too. It has long been a refuge for folk displaced by the flood, so the population is nothing if not diverse. Oh, have you met a Mord before? They might look like shifty little blighters, but a more welcoming lot you could never wish to meet. Speaking of which, we should pay our respect to Master Ken Gen. I'll go ahead and let him know when you've arrived. What's a Mord? Alright, hold on, let me go attune to this crystal. Oh, he's one of these dudes. Oh, but they don't wear masks, so you can see their goofy little faces. Adorable. That's a kobold.
Master Gengen, this is the friend of the Exarch I was telling you about.
Very good, very good. Though friend or no, all are welcome in Mordsook.
Souk is Mordish for city. As things stand, this souk boasts the largest and busiest marketplace in all Armorang. You'll find ore from the mines here, of course, but all manner of other things too, many of them rare. As I told you before, not many visit Armorang by choice, but Mordsook's a different story. Merchants come from miles around to purchase the relics the Mord dig up.
Aye, that they do. For Mord do not dismiss the spoils of the earth. We clean them and polish them and reveal to the world their true value. That is why they come here, come from far away, come with much money. And so our souk is always busy, busy, busy. No such thing as a thing no one needs.
You say that every time, Master Gengen. Some sort of family motto, wasn't it? Or perhaps a Mord philosophy, for which we should all be very grateful. Would that everyone was so willing to take in refugees regardless of race or creed. Now then, if you intend to spend any time here, you'll want to gain the trust of the locals. And there's a little custom all newcomers are expected to observe.
You see that line of beer mugs over there? I need you to pick up a cherry with your butt cheeks, carry it across them, and drop it into one of the glasses.
The cracking of the coin purse.
Oh yeah, it was close.
One thing from the market. Price can be low or high, just as long as you buy.
As the good Mord says. In fact, the Exarch sent a little something to cover this very expense. A Verbert gold piece, no less. The first I've held in years.
Verbert gold? Real Verbert gold?
Oh, good lord.
Here, newcomer, crack your coin purse with me.
Whoa, not on a first date, lady.
Oh no, you want my goods, newcomer? I have jars and pots all smooth and shiny.
Now pot, now we're talking.
Over here!
Come and look.
You buy, you buy.
Enough of that! Calm, I say! This one must still journey through the barrens. Nothing bulky, nothing heavy, no pots. Nothing better for the road than a full belly. Spend that piece at Ronron's place, yes? Eat for 3 before you leave.
I'm dating Ron. That's why I threw him a bone. Ron. Where are you, my little lover boy? There you are. Welcome to Ronron's, traveler. I have wares to empty your purse and fill your belly. Take your time, stare and sniff before you choose, but no drooling on the merchandise, yes? Hey B-dubs. Browse Ronron's wares. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a foodstuff to inspect it. Oh. Ooh, do I want what appears to be roasted grubs of some kind? Olives. Jars of olives. It's not an option. Worms. Bread. Tasty meat. I'm on keto, so let's go with the meat. That's my ever-burning bounty, made with the best parts of the lizard, cured with special spicy spices. Some find the smell challenging, but it'll warm you up in a chilling desert nights. Oh, I need to browse all of these wares. Alright, let's have some tasty frogs. Oh, you like those chewy skewers. Find small frogs hiding under rocks. Spear with stick, then roast over fire. Crackling on the outside, gooey on the inside. Perfect for snacking. They make me want chicken seitan. I call them mushloaf. The middle is stuffed with bittersweet cactus fruits. Ooh. So even if the bread dries out, it's still moist inside. Keeps you going in the heat. Alright, that sounds fucking delicious. Everyone's favorite, plump white worms slathered in honey. Once you eat a glazed wiggler, you'll never want any other treat. Well, they look disgusting, but I'll try anything once. They all look tasty, yes? Which to choose? Which to choose? I want the glazed wigglers since you say that everybody loves them. Too good to resist, eh? That's what I would have chosen. You have the gold? And done. One Vobertite honor buys you 15 jars. Munchies. And gulpies. Oh no, I got sick from the eyeballs. Every last mouthful. I think I'll share the rest. Our visitor invites us to feast. Let us give thanks for his great generosity and small appetite. Consider your coin purse cracked. I am pleased to accept your custom, and Gengen will be pleased that you honored ours. Keep the merchandise down. Yes, no returns. Totally. Yes, I imagine barfing up their customs would probably be a problem. I was watching from here, Bani. You honored our customs and with great relish. You will always be welcome in Mordsuk. If you need anything in Amarang, we are here to provide. Yes, I need a meringue cookie for my travels to Amarang. What is this? White oak hand gear coffer. Some sort of attire. Interesting. You have courage, my friend. Ronron's wares are more exotic than harmful, but I don't envy you the bellyache you're here on the morrow. Right, now that you've eaten, I expect you're eager to get back on the road. Would you mind if we delayed a departure a touch? I have a few deals left to close before I can conclude my business here in Mordsuk. Oh, offering your services, are you? Aye, well, an assistant would certainly help hurry things along. I have a receipt here for some goods that need picking up from the market. All properly paid for. You just need to do a lifting and carrying. I go and take care of some last-minute hagglings then. See you in a bit. Not a new recipe. It was a receipt. Bani just can't read. You may view the market receipt at any time during this quest by using the relevant items in the key items menu. I'm good. Pick me up some cured leather. Hungry again already. You have a strong stomach, friend, but I wouldn't eat those. Oh. Do I need to look at this receipt to see what I need? Table cactus from Thon and iron ore from Thal Tall. Nabeth Arang antiques from Mill to be collected from Mool. Well, ain't that a bitch? How am I supposed to remember all these names? Stack of crafted armaments. If you're handling Cassard's porter work, you would come to the wrong place. He has no outstanding orders with my shop. Alright, I was just fondling your junk for the fun of it. Let's not be too hasty. Still, Thon, you're on my list, I'm pretty sure. That Thon. And Mule. You came in with Cassard, yes? Good. I can finally stop thinking about that sack. Please, take your prickly purchase. Oh, I don't know, man. It takes a lot of porn to stop thinking about the sack. Mule. Hey, no touching. That merchandise is spoken for. You couldn't possibly change my mind with better offer. I have a receipt, mind you. What, Cassard sent you? Why didn't you say so? I wouldn't dream of selling his goods to a higher bidder. Oh, no. Nabatha Rang relics, wasn't it? All packed in the box there. Handle with care. I'll just insert that in my magical, ever-expanding rectum. Who was the last person I need to talk to? Fall or something like that? Nope. Oh, Bun. What a great name. Bun. I can't find this last dude. Let's see. Let's read my list. It is Thal has iron ore. Stupid mouse is doing that glitchy thing again. Come on. Zinzin. Oh, Thal, there you are. Cassard sent you, did he? Right, yes. What kind of ore was it again? Oh, fuck me. I don't remember. Iron ore, I think. Iron ore, of course. That would explain this box I have there. It's all yours. Holy shit, my brain actually remembered something that I read twice in the last minute. Don't tell me you've been around the entire market already. Yeah, but after work, so it counts as extra. Good. Aye, that's the lot, all right. Good work. And quick work, too, considering you've not set foot in a place before. I thought you wanted to sit in the city like the Exarch, but something tells me you're not a stranger to visiting strange lands. Unfortunately, your efficiency presents something of a problem. I'd hoped to conclude all my business before you return, but it seems there's been some confusion over one of the orders I placed. I have to drag in my middleman and sort this mess out. I'm sorry to make you sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Cassard, it feels like an age since I last saw you. Well, if it isn't the lovely Tesleen. It has been a while, but your timing couldn't be better. This gentleman was on his way to meet with Alizé. I'm supposed to be taking him to your corner of the desert, but a misplaced order has commandeered my attention. Wait, I know who you are. Alize has told me so much about you. You're Bani, aren't you? I'd recognize those nippleless titties anywhere. I knew it. How wonderful to meet you in the flesh after hearing all those stories. I'm Tesleen. I work as a carrier at the inn. A carer is what that says. At the inn. And I've got to know Alize quite well since she took up guard duties there. Do you want me to take over as Benny's guide, Cassard? My shopping's all done and packed for the road, so it won't be no trouble. That would be a great help, thank you. Well, it looks like you'll be able to head straight out after all. My caravan and I will be in the area for a while yet. Seek me out when you've had your fill of Amarang, and I'll send you back to the Crysterium. Ooh, free shit. Alright, what do we get? Butt ugly gloves that go with our butt ugly stuff. Alright, we're good. Tesleen. Alize has been desperate to see you, Bani, so let's get you to her sooner rather than later. The inn isn't too far to find, really. You can actually see the top of the rock spire from here. We just need to swing around the ridge, then head south. Come on, it'll get my supplies together and meet you outside. As I stumble over the sentences. Just around the river bend beyond the whore. Hey, what's up? All set? Oh, I should probably mention the wildlife. While most of them will leave you be if you keep your distance, the local coyotes have learned to prey on folk heading from the markets. I can usually swing a sword well enough to fend them off, but I may have loaded myself up with too many bargains today. Do you think you can handle any beasts that try to make our meal of us? Oh no, is this an escort mission? I thought you might. Alize was always saying how much you, let's get going, shall we? Much of a throbbing cock you have. I mean, what? Alright. Get my motorcycle out. Oh no, Tesleen is under attack. Sorry, that wasn't much time to shout a warning. Were you bitten? Those things can be nasty. And yet hardly a match for you, it seems. I'd also thought Alize was strong, but in her mind she was never... Now it makes sense. Well, we should push on. It might be best if you scout ahead and clear out any coyotes that have our scent. I'll wait here so you can fight without any distractions. Will do. No, evil sand mole. Goat Ra at my side. Come here, Ra-Ra. Oh, thank goodness you're back. I could hear the howling and snarling from here. Frightful creatures. Let's hope the rest have seen your handiwork and know to avoid us now. I need to get these supplies back to the inn. Your flight to your flight to Brazil has been booked? Awesome. That's so exciting, B-dubs. I wish I had a penny to my name that I could go on vacation somewhere. But alas, I am a poor planner. This is it. Thanks to you, I didn't have to drop my shopping even once. Come to think of it, I'm glad I didn't make the trip alone. It seems you ended up escorting me. I'll have to repay the favor somehow. But first, let's head inside, shall we? You can repay the favor inside. Why, this place is lovely. Look at free-range bunk beds. Welcome to the inn at Journey's Head. You might be our first visitor from the Crystarium since Alizé arrived. It's not much, but it's home for the afflicted and a handful of carers. Is the illness contagious? No. The afflicted? You don't know? I don't think I've met anyone besides Alizé who was so unfamiliar with our situation here. Most folk have grown up knowing someone who knew someone. I might leave out something obvious, so it may be best to have Alizé give you the full explanation. All right. Hey, Amber. Now, where is she? I think she might be out on patrol. You could wait, I suppose, but why not go and surprise her? She usually takes a look at things from the watchtower first, so you might be able to catch her there. It's not far. Head out to the south side and you'll see it. I'll stay behind in case she comes back while you're gone. All along the watchtower, send the Joker to the fiend. How far away is this place that I'm going? Not that far, but we'll still ride my bike. Let's destroy nature, the delicate ecosystem with my motorcycle. No, get away from me. Whoa. Oh, that's the flood. The flood of light. Alizé is nowhere to be seen, but you spot fresh footprints on the ground, and they look to be about the right size. You've been studying Alizé's feet for years. Finally, all of your pervertedness has paid off. But the small footprints lead off to the northwest. Continue northwest. Alright, you want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? The footprints curve around to the west. I'm inspecting these footprints, excuse you. There are more tracks here, but they end in a mess of disturbed sand. The little toe smells like Elysee. You must be on the right trail. And what's this? A bunion?
Get back here! Is that... It can't be.
I love that she's like, my bestest friend that I haven't seen in a year. I couldn't possibly put off killing this monster. Impressive.
Just a lesser sin eater. Nothing to write home about. I knew you'd turn up sooner or later, but I had been hoping for sooner.
Oh, you know you want to hug me. Do you like my short shorts?
How
I'm just
are
in a
you?
mini skirt.
We've fought them to a standstill then. The Exarch did say that the Empire seemed to have drawn back when he last looked in on the source. But without knowing for sure how fast time was passing there, I couldn't help worrying that a lot might have happened since then. I'm heartily relieved to hear that it hasn't, just as Alphino must have been. As you can imagine, both he and Urianger were desperate to hear the news from home when I arrived. I haven't actually seen Thancred and Y'shtola yet, but they will have heard all the latest developments from the Exarch by now, or should have at least. When I think of how frantic Tataru and the others must be, I want nothing more than to rush back and reassure them. But we still haven't found a way to reverse the summoning. And even if we had, we couldn't just ignore Urianger's vision. He may use 10 words where one would suffice, and they may often obscure as much as they reveal. But on this matter, he was as clear as day. I do not doubt for one moment that he saw what he claims. Nor how difficult it must have been to speak about them. The 8th Umbral Calamity and your death aren't exactly topics for idle conversation. As much as I might want to go home, I don't want to go home to that. We can't allow the rejoining to happen, which means we have to save the first from the Sin Eaters.
No worries, B-dubs.
That great wall of white is a remnant of the Flood. 100 years ago, the balance in the First tipped decisively in favor of light. From that moment, it rose and swelled with each passing day, and then, without warning, it burst forth like water from a broken dam.
So you're telling me this white flooding wave just burst out? That sounds wonderful.
A colossal wave of pure light, drowning everything in its wake. Only Norvrant was spared.
Novigrand?
For the most part, living things are composed of ether of various different aspects, but when exposed to such a flood, their etheric harmony is shattered. and their natural form breaks down.
Naturally.
Then they either perish or are warped into mindless abominations. Yes, that's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back. In that instant, they are gripped by an insatiable appetite for ether, and will happily gorge themselves on any living thing within reach. But even that is not the worst of it. The stronger Sin Eaters can plant light in us, like seeds in soil, corrupting our ether and triggering the birth of new monstrosities. They are creatures of base instinct that exist only to feed and to multiply. They feel no pity, know no remorse, and are utterly deaf to reason, which is why they must be destroyed. Every last one of them.
Ooh, I was about to say Christians, and then that last sentence came up, and that might have come off really bad.
The infirmary is full of the Sin Eaters' victims, left here to spend their final hours waiting for the change to overtake them.
Seed me with your base instinct. Seed me with your basic instinct. Alizé. It's just a matter of time, more for some, less for others. Those patients will all become monsters in the end. And to add insult to injury, the afflicted are feared, shunned, cast out of society, and exiled here to the edging of the world, gooning till the end of time. The only good thing I have to say about this hellish place is that it has served me well as a training ground. Tesleen and the others have also been kind enough to share their knowledge of the Sin Eaters, which is knowledge I have now share with you, while you help me finish my patrol, of course. Headgear. Here's what we'll do. I'll take the east side of the inn and you clear the west. That way you can have an undiluted experience with the resident terrors while reading. These marks on your map are where the usual trouble spots are. You can assume that any beast with a white hide or carapace is a Sin Eater, and you'll know for sure soon enough when they come slaving after you after your aether. Remember, it's killed or be killed with these monsters. Once you have slain whatever's prowling around out there, we can rendezvous back at the north entrance. Good hunting. Maybe pick up some Hooked on Phonics while you're out there. Alright, battling some beasts. We just ate some of those baby slugs. That's what the Olm must look like if you remove their adorable shell. Yeah. From Narsika? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what the Olm are? Yeah. My brain remembered the thing. 2 points for Gryffindor. Oh, wait a minute. I'm Ravenclaw. Scout the designated location and defeat any seed eaters. There were no sin eaters at this location. Wow, my mouse is losing its shit today. How did you fare? Ah, I thought there might be one or two lurking in the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you noticed it yourself, but individually these lesser sin-eaters are no more deadly than a natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin-eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols, to call their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play, and you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Hey, Faye. I finished staring at Fiend's organizing game with cats. Yeah, that game looked most fun. I would a little to the left someday. Alize tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have our thanks and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alize has missed your company. Everything is always, if Bani were here, he would fuck me. That's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Bani's methods. Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. Oh, Tesleen, you're such a bitch. Yay, an ugly hat to match the rest of our ugly outfit. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. Ugh, there are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alize? Want to twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there's something we can help you with. Alize knows that Alfino has a better chance with Bani. I could do with a hand, it's true, thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder. The larder? While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Pwanil, Todin, and Halric. They may not give much in the way of a response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Got it. Fondle a stranger. Pawnee. Wow, I'm literally fondling a stranger. Thank you. Todin glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. Yeah, I'm good at easing it. I'm gonna ease my tensions. Ooh, I like your dead eyes. Children of the damned. Halric remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin has hardened into something akin to plaster. Oh, posture check. Don't want to be looking like Halric. Refreshing. You've seen the patients. How were they? Good. That's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I'm concerned about Halric, though. I have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to have the discussion then. I was going to take Bani to Mord Souk if you have any errands that need doing. Well, I suppose there's one thing. You literally just got back from that city, woman. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Kassard's caravan just passed through, so Ronron should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Bani. There's something I want you to see, right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course. None the worse for wear. Do, 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 do. Oh, I'm already slouching. Shoulders back, titties out. Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ronron's wares. Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. You can crack my coin purse anytime. Gods, I've never seen a Mord merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. The worms, if you please. Only the best wigglers for you. Come again, my friends. Wiggly coin purses for everyone. Right. That's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the Aetherite to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Ooh, Alize hitting on me, taking me to make out tower. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Glazed wigglers. You actually bought them. I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails, shall we? Yeah, I would never cheat on Emmerich. I mean, unless someone hotter comes along.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness. Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halrich's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halrich included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters, but their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far. Before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed? Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons. But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless.
Now inject that nectarine with rat poison and let's go.
On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Ooh, I see another whole village in an aetheryte over there. I'm glad I was able to show you that, and when it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Urianger's lecturing, and I need you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just a threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards, and were spared them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. Oh my god, I never attuned to this? Ugh, I'm a stupid doo-doo head. First things first. Attune. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? I did. Not as good as a persimmon, but still. Thank you, Alize. Alize explained why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others, and we've decided to keep an eye on Halric for now. Thanks to you, though. If this time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him and his way with a taste of happier days. Well, nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for the welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat, and I'll make us a nice stew. It's not poisoned, is it? Tushy.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Rat droppings.
Well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
Some toenail clippings, a lock of my hair. You'll love me forever. You needn't have gone to the trouble.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs. I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrent could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
Uh-oh, what are we all looking at?
They're coming.
Oh no. Not the
Tessie!
British.
Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Bani, Alize, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering about there alone, we'll assign search areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before, but it can't be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly so agitated they can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. Please, Halric, please be all right. I'll cover the north and west then. You'll take everything from here to the south. You see no sign of Halric. Maybe he went further west. You scan your surroundings in search of Halric and suddenly find yourself under attack. No! A bleached scorpion! Did I summon the police? No. Did you hear sirens going by? I didn't even hear them, but they did. Oh, I missed it. I was too zoned out into the game.
Any sign of him? No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
Oh shit.
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it! There it is! Is that... Oh no!
Tesleen as a battler. No, Tesleen!
Tesleen! No!
We all deserve happiness, wherever we can find it. The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
Oh, Jesus. Ooh.
No, 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 no!
Forgive me, Alice.
Yeah, brutal. Alize, you doing all right? I'm sorry, Bani. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lean on. Not like this. Oh God, you gonna put that burden on me? Just like old times, eh, Alize? It's just so unfair. Tesleen was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me? I don't have words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial, and she cared about this sort of thing, about giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. I mean, you could still have a ceremony. Halric is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky, where the Sin Eaters made their escape. I've spoken with the carers. Triumphant music, indeed. Thank you. What are you doing? It means a lot to them. To me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late, too slow, and I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing in my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time he can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Teslene's words close to your heart. Smacks him upside the head. You hear me, boy? Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damned light, building without cease. It's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only little by little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you even hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I have gained here to hurt them. Quest accepted. Speak with Alize at Red Sarai. Oh. K. Sarai. When I was just a little slut, I asked my mother, who should I fuck? Will he be pretty? Will he be rich? Shut up, you stupid bitch. Gay Sura. The future's not ours to see. Whatever will be, will be. Gay Sura. Look at these cactar dudes. Aren't they awesome? I want a plushie of one of these. Did you come up with that? I did. A long time ago when Susie was here. She hates that song, but she likes my version. Forgive me, Bani. I couldn't stand there a moment longer, but I was serious about what I said. While the men and women at the inn battle against the blight with kindness, I must fight it in my own way, with steel. Miss Alize, is there anything I can get you? Your swiftest Amaro. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. I liked it until Fiend's Spotify played it like 3 times a stream. Maybe that's why Susie was sick of it too. Remind me to wear goggles if we ever fly on over Amarang again. I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. But the wind did help to clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the Exarch. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the Sin Eaters out, shall we? We're back in the land of purple trees, and they're so pretty. Thank you for seeking me out, Bani. I meant a lot to have you there at my side, and looking at Delfino, I'd say he's as eager to begin this discussion as I am. I say we lay our experience before the Exarch and step back to see what kind of picture they make. Then we can decide where to go from there. Oh, crap. Hold on, my mother's calling. Sorry for the mixture of music. That was probably annoying. Yes, Mama Stereopsis. Complete. The Crystal Exarch welcomes you back to the Crystarium.
And so you return.
Did you tell her that we said hi? No, I didn't see your messages until after I had stopped. She just needs to talk to me later. She forgot to check if I was streaming. And so you returned.
Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Better is not the word I would use. Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the Sin Eaters.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you. But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness. Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind. A class of creature we call Light Wardens. And from what we have been able to ascertain, only a handful of these entities exist.
We want you to murderate them.
Will perish in the absence of its queen. We believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence to disperse.
I have a feeling Yulmul might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters. Vorthra's command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Yulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience. He will not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
Agreed. Thus we will need to occupy or otherwise divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Are you sure that eliminating the Wardens will be enough?
Your uncertainty is understandable given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order.
Hey, Razor.
To begin at the beginning, then.
I've now injected you all with LSD. Enjoy this trip.
In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds.
Because that's not confusing.
This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first. Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other, and with the source especially. Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains abnormal ascendancy. Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source.
Trickling sources.
And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence. If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly cold. As ether continues to pour in, such phenomena will become more and more extreme, until eventually, a single, untimely event triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds. What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source. At the same time, the element which held sway in the shard is unleashed in full, its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic proportions. An earthquake thus magnified might strike with enough force to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations. These devastating events are what we refer to as umbral calamities. 7 times has a calamity befallen the source. 7 times has a shard been absorbed.
Now we're going to go through all 7 of them very slow-like, so we're sure that you completely understand. Well, then we still got 6 more to go. We're good. But enough of the PowerPoint presentation.
First stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining. It is the Sin Eaters who are to blame for the Light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin, the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light. Even here in the flood-spared region of Northrant, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky.
Oh, that's actually a thing, Razor. His name is Val3, and his domain is called Euphorian or something like that. I've already forgotten the name of the city. We met that character already.
If we are to restore balance to the first and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet to claim any meaningful victories if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess a troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
Forgive the interruption, my lord, but Hallminster Switch is requesting reinforcements. They say the Sin Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
Alert the guard. We should be prepared in case the fighting reaches the Crystarium. You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for Alphino and Alize as well.
My lord.
Is that an Irish accent? I'm not entirely sure.
Such a fight will provide you with far greater insight than any explanation I could offer.
It comes and goes depending on the sentence. Holminster Switch is the north of the lakeland, so we had best make haste with our preparations. In fact, meet me outside the Crystarium at crossroads northwest at the Ascensor Gate, and I shall lead you there myself. A classic Robin Williams joke. Could take laxatives and Viagra at the same time, and then I can come and go. He was truly a visionary. All sorts of bunny people out here. Hello. Oh my god, my stupid mouse. Come on, man. I'm gonna have to get the tweezers out and have another cat hair plucking session. Alright, where are you at? Let's ride my motorcycle. Can I ride my motorcycle now? Yes, I can. Ooh, a purple ent. All set. If we follow this road north, we will arrive at the northern stagging point. The village itself lies not far beyond. Quickly now. Oh shit, that's quite north. I should attune to whatever this place is as long as we're passing by. I turned into a motorcycle now. Yes. Yes, you do. Either way, I'm riding you. It's one of the little gremlin dudes from the opening movie. Oh my god, they're so fucking cute. this looks like a dungeon entrance. Holmister Switch is past these gates, and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. 'Tis not exactly a near neighborhood to the Crystarium, but as we occupy the same region, we have built up something of a cooperative relationship. What can we expect inside, Captain? The town is beset by a swarm unlike any we have seen in recent years. We did our best to evacuate the village, but as many as half remain. Judging by the numbers of eaters present, we have good reason to believe that a light warden leads the attack. How convenient. It seems we'll have our chance to slay a warden sooner than we expected. One does not simply slay a warden. Has no one told you what happens if you defeat one of those fiends? They hold more light inside them than all of the underlyings put together. It can be struck down, aye, but its essence won't dissipate like the weaker kind. Vile aether will billow outwards and envelop the nearest living being, a reckless young swordswoman, perhaps, and turn her into a brand new warden. Ah, well, you can leave that particular quandary to us. I must ask that the guard stand down and allow us to engage these leaders of eaters alone. These leaders of eaters? Concentrate on the survivors. We must save every life we can. But what if... Understood, my lord. As captain of the guard, however, I will not watch you brave such danger without an escort from our ranks. I insist that I go with you. Nanu. Very well. Then our warden-slaying party shall include myself, the Leveliers, Captain Lena, and the last but not least, Sir Banisteriopsis. A formidable group indeed. Into Holmister we go. Once we reach the Light Warden, do not hold back. We strike to kill. But what about that whole billowing light, consuming all and turning us into new wardens? Do we have a plan about that? Can we share the plan? To make use of this feature, simply okay. Alternately, you can also select duty support. Got it. When forming a party, you will need to follow the same role restrictions. Got it. Find party members. Got it. Got it. Doop. With party of NPCs. Party of NPCs. Nice. Oh, I get to choose who I want to go in with. Well, that's fun. Alright, this works. Holminster Switch. Just rolls off the tongue. Come on, bunny lady. Tank away. Do I even need a map up for this, or... Yeah, I guess we'll leave it up. Yeah, I don't really need that. We'll wing it. Oh my god, there's a fucking polar bear coming for me. Oh, the Exarch is our tank, not the Bunny Lady. The Bunny Lady's a dancer. Welcome back, B-dubs. Everybody's been lamenting your departure. Oh, child. That's a lot of enemies. Get him, Exarch. Shit, is this one of the wardens? That's the eater from Amarang. I knew it. Kick its ass. Get it, Crystal Exarch. Really, Alize?
Let's give them a show!
Holy shit. Oh, get out of there, Lena. Get out of there, Lena. Woo. Oh wait, is this the way we came from? No, that's the way we came from. Ooh, I gotta open the treasure chest. Yeah, my mouse is all over the fucking place. It has wings for the aesthetic, Razor. It's all about the aesthetic. Little gremlin dude. When are they gonna talk to us? Alright, Razor. Have a good night. Enjoy your sleepies. I hope you get rest. And you don't wake up as exhausted as me, a 40-year-old man with sleep apnea. Ooh, I'm almost dead.
For the Crystarium!
This is some happy music for these dead corpses laying on the side of the road. Oh no, is this Tesleen? Tesleen the Forgiven, oh my god. We gotta fight Tesleen. Woo. Man, Sage is really hard to play. I don't know that I'm going to stick with this. It is nice to do something new, but man, is it tough. No, please, get away. Oh, shit. Oh god, I was not paying attention. I was not paying attention.
God!
That was a lot of enemies condensed into one place. Why is this happening? Yay, more corpses, triumphant music. They did warn, that's true, they did warn me of that. What's this final boss gonna? Oh lord, Light Warden, Philia. He's gonna Philia. Ooh, he dumpy. Are we ready for this? Suck at shield healing. But I'm new to it. I don't suck at it. I'm new to it. I'm learning. Sucking at something is the first step to becoming sort of good at it. Oh, Lord.
You underestimate me! There'll be nothing left of you but a smoking crater!
Now, how do we stop it from turning us all into other wardens?
It's releasing its ether! Fall back! We cannot let it touch us! Quickly, my lord, we must withdraw!
That will not be necessary, Captain.
I'm going to suck it up with a sippy cup.
Though I appreciate your concern. The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor. But now we have a way to contain that corruption.
Oh shit, is it me? Am I the way?
The blessing of light. And the hero who wields it now stands before you.
I just got bukaki'd on the chest. I'm clearing the sky already? Gee, I didn't think that would happen until the end.
The monster's power is broken, and the world, twisted by its touch, returns to its rightful form.
Could you imagine living your entire life in daylight and then all of a sudden it's nighttime? That'd be fucking terrifying.
Scar. It can't be.
What's happening?
It's so beautiful.
The sunless sea. The warrior of darkness has come.
Is that what I think it is?
The night sky. As it should be.
Who are you people? You killed
are
a
you?
warden, then bathed in its ether as if it were a spring shower, and now the sky? The legends are true. My lord?
How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one possessed of her blessing. For you. You have vanquished the Light Warden of Lakeland, And for the first time in a century, darkness has returned to the mantle of night. Without the ever-present light to sustain them, the Sin Eaters will have no choice but to retreat. Yet our victory is far from complete. Though darkness has fallen here, the other wardens yet bask beneath burning skies, feasting upon what little life remains. Even should it cost me all I have, I would see each and every one of them slain, that this world might be spared from oblivion. Not only for the first, but for the source as well. Save one, and we save the other. But, be that as it may, I concede it was wrong of me to summon you to this fight against your will.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
I swear, on my life, I will one day atone for that deed. But for the present, I beg you, stay and see this fight to its conclusion. Cast down the wardens and restore darkness to the first.
I will stay and conclude for you. I'm about to complete. I will become the warrior you need. It sounds like a glorious adventure. It seems I've no choice but to fight. I will become the warrior you need.
On behalf of the First, I offer you my deepest thanks.
I understand there is much at stake here, Exarch, but why do you risk yourself so readily? It must have been a dangerous drain on your ether to summon even one person across the rift.
I do it for my people, of course. To give the Crystarium the tomorrow it deserves.
That is true now, yes, but the city had yet to be built when you first called forth the Crystal Tower. I'm simply curious to know what prompted you to commit yourself so completely to this particular course.
There are things which we can ill afford to lose.
Like foreskin.
And I sensed from the first that I had a part to play in preserving them. Forgive me. I fear the events of the day may have taken their toll. Despite appearances, I am an old man. One burdened with many difficult memories, some too painful to recall.
There's my introduction to anyone I meet now.
Well then, I'm sorry for pressing you. It's a family failing, I'm afraid.
One which has served us well more often than not. Needless to say, we will continue to fight at your side until the last Sin Eater is defeated.
Come then, my warriors of darkness. Let us gather the surviving villagers and make our way back to the Crystarium.
Let us do that. How quickly you have justified my faith in you. So many lives saved, and the sky itself heralds your success. A single victory in a larger struggle, perhaps, but a momentous one nonetheless. Now, as for how we proceed from here. The villagers were evacuated earlier, have arrived safely into the Crystarium. They seem to be accepted their situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about wounds or lost homes. They whisper and wonder of the warrior of darkness has come. 'Tis to be expected. Bani, I must ask a favor of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement in this endeavor for the time being? Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up in the maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Should you come forth as a legendary warrior of darkness, I fear that, no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, although my concerns are more focused on Yulmore. It may be best if you maintain a low profile until we see how Vothri responds to all of this. Fuck it, I'm a god. I want people to worship me. My thanks. Though we cannot freely celebrate your success, pray allow your heart to be buoyed by the joy of our citizens, a joy you surely brought into being. Ah, and I must ask the same discretion of you, Captain. 'Tis my intention to share with our people the tale of great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters. This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden and has since departed for parts unknown, yes? As you wish, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I will encourage folks not to question this either. Although I expect to be told the whole truth of it one day about all of you. With that settled, I shall return to the Crystarium and make an address to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits, and to think you'll not even need to shutter the windows to enjoy a dark and peaceful night's sleep. Imagine sleeping through the battle and waking the next morning and everyone keeps telling you that the night sky came back and you just feel like everyone is gaslighting you. Totally. Like right now, it's daytime. I must stay behind and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. And I hesitate to ask after all you've done here today, but could I ask of you to pass on a message on your way to the Pendants? Please, let Bragi know that we're bringing in a number of injured and that any restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for the infirmary. We should start making our way back to the Crystarium, slowly, mind you. It wouldn't do to arrive too soon after the Exarch. I'm staying behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Holmester. We already went through the village top to bottom, Elise. We should all take the chance to rest, you included. I knew one of those eaters, and I can't rest, not now. So please, I wish to be left alone for a while, and that means you as well, Bani. I shall be cross if you try to follow me. I promise to find you later, when I feel myself again. Just you and me then, shall we? While the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say, the Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there is something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Bragi, I suggest you do the same. I shall discharge all over Bragi. Sleep well, Bani. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Elise both. The warrior Darkness is going to show up in my room and do naughty stuff to my body. Aye, what can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern, like every other stumbling soul in the city? I see. Well, Captain Lena can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. If you're carrying messages from the guard, does that mean you were there, then? The Battle of Holmester? A stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs, make himself known. I'm sure Gilnard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. Where am I going? Over here. Peaceful bar music. Cilia. More beer for table 2 and a couple of pints of mead for table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet today, sir. Can I get you anything? Drinks are on the house. Oh, that Bragi has a twisted sense of humor. To think he'd send you to me at a time like this. The first real night in a near 100 years has folks all riled up and then some. What's more, there was the eater business at Holmester Switch. They say a light warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was the Warrior of Darkness who did it. I really must apologize for Gilnard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance was the spark to their kindling. You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holmester for proof of that. But attacks on that scale don't happen every day. Praise the blessed shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again, an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement council puts bounties on their heads, and our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden slaying even more than most. These are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays, a class of eaters that have been dubbed the cardinal virtues. The virtues showed up out of nowhere around 3 summers ago when historians heard the descriptions given by survivors. Well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they're also reported to be as tough as light wardens, not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. Our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing that the Warrior of Darkness is out there has it lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at them. Oh my god, my fucking belly's on fire! That Hume over there was the oversized sworn in his grandson. He's in it for revenge, wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. That Mistel lad is weak. Don't be fooled by his dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. Dewy cheeks? Lost a partner? Hard hunter? Speaking my language, Cilia. That's Sarig. Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to help fight the virtue he's after. Last we have Gyat, dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with a healer and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom. Hey, I'm a healer. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have the look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of the hunters you know. Together, you might even collect the bounty on a cardinal's virtue. Now there's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. You have gained access to role quests. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, physical DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. Oh, so this is like a whole side story bit just for healers in my case. In order to reach the final stages of Shadowbringers' main scenario, you must complete at least one role quest line. Speak with a virtue hunter at the Wandering Stairs to accept a quest offer. Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to be going with Kiat. Now, what's my next main story quest? Is this the Penance? Yes. I know it's still early, you guys, but I think I'm going to end today because I'm really, really, really tired. And this seems like a good spot to stop in the story. This weekend, though, we'll definitely do a big, long, all-day Sunday stream or something to do a big chunk of this expansion. I'm just so tired today. Or we could take our time. Yeah, I'll still do shorter streams during the weekdays. But Sunday's my big day of streaming normally. Very good. In light of the presentation situation, in light of the present situation, I have illuminated prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the market for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant rest, sir. We're probably going to get a cutscene with the Warrior of Darkness. I didn't think about that. We'll end after that. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, think about it. They probably have no light pollution because it's been daytime for 100 years. So the sky probably looks fucking incredible.
So it's your lot's turn to be the Warriors of Darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
Been watching, have you? You like what you see, Daddy?
Well, I did warn you. I followed you to Yulmore and then on to Armarang. And I was there when you slew the Light Warden. Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin?
There's nothing thin about him. I had friends once.
Then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time? I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
So this is what the light was hiding. He's here. I must go to him.
Is that Minfilia? Meanwhile, inside an Imperial Magitech facility in the Source. Oh shit, we're going back to the Source?
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
Elise, Jesus. Estinian.
Out of my way!
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy. When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the Warrior of Light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places. Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Through no choice of my own, they tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause. I swear their receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of urethra.
Of your
If they have
urethra?
resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
What exactly does this Black Rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature. It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling
it's
even the
Mountain
tiniest
Dew.
amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Ha! From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
The manager of the suites is wearing a grave expression. Ah, begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Yulmore has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one could only assume that they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular, deliberating a response. Oh, shit. Greetings, will you return to your quarters? Yes, I will. I need to go to Betty Bye. Or make some dinner and then take a nap, because I'm tired as shit. Oh, Amber, thank you for the posture check and the hydrate. We are ending, though. I'm going to refund those two. Boop. 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 Food and nap and be up at 3 a.m. Pretty much that's how I roll. But then in the morning we sometimes do short little streams of nothingness. Right after you go to bed, but right before most people wake up. All right. I will see you guys another day. I don't know when for sure. If it's a weekday, we'll have a short stream. If it's a weekend, we'll probably do a long stream. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you in the Discord and all that shit. I'll catch you later.